The iPhone 15 is nearly here. Apple hasn't released much in the way of official details about its next best smartphone, but a glut of leaks, analyst predictions, and insider speculations has given us an inkling of what to expect. Here's everything we know so far. As ever, big changes are coming to the iPhone camera. Apple Industry and Markets analyst Ming-Chi Kuo predicts both the standard iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus will inherit the 48-megapixel camera sensor of the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. It's a sizable upgrade on the 12-megapixel camera that's been a feature of the last 3 generations. The iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, however, are expected to get an even snazzier periscope lens. Already found on a handful of premium smartphones, periscope lenses essentially support high levels of optical zoom, letting you capture crisp pictures from a distance. With the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra sporting a 10x zoom periscope lens and the Google Pixel 7 Pro a 5x zoom, Apple may well be looking to catch up. The dynamic island, the pill-shaped black cutout at the top of the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, is expected to become a staple feature too. It's essentially an interactive notification area that replaces the top notch, which has been a mainstay of the phone's design since the iPhone X. It can display music controls, incoming phone calls, AirDrop transfers, and a bunch of other app alerts. And since it's interactive, the notification cutout can be expanded, shrunk, or split in two with displaying multiple background activities. While it was previously only a feature of last year's Pro iPhone models, several insider rumors suggest it'll hop over to the standard iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus. For a while, it was also thought the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max would ditch their typical side buttons in favor of solid-state haptics that could vibrate and change intensity in response to pressure. But after Ming-Chi Kuo and others first hinted at the idea, they've more recently suggested that development issues have delayed integration and Apple has reverted back to its standard physical button design. It's likely the whole iPhone 15 lineup will get a Beefy chipset upgrade. Model identifiers pulled from the back end of a recent tvOS update suggest the standard iPhone 15 and Plus models will adopt the A16 chip found in the current iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. The next-gen A17 chip, meanwhile, looks to be reserved for the coming Pro and Pro Max. It'll be Apple's first 3-nanometer chip and, according to one prolific leaker, will feature 6 CPU and GPU cores, each running at up to 3.7 GHz. That will offer the usual performance improvements, but its manufacturer has also reportedly boasted it will reduce power consumption by up to 35%, according to a report from Bloomberg, a big boon for battery life. More unusually, a recent report by The Information claims that the same manufacturer has signed a deal to exclusively develop the 3-nanometer chips for Apple for a full year before making them for competitors. If true, it will be one way Apple keeps ahead of the game. At the top of the list of potential iPhone 15 design features is the disappearance of the Lightning port. After the EU introduced legislation last year requiring that all phones sold within its member countries use USB-C, Apple confirmed it would comply with the changes. It has until 2024 to do so, and is yet to clarify whether this year's iPhone lineup will be the first to feature the port. It's also yet to explicitly outline whether all iPhone models will make the switch to USB-C or just those sold within the EU. Renders of the iPhone 5's design provided to 9to5Mac by a Chinese case manufacturer show a USB-C port in place. They also show a handful of other design tweaks: more acute curving around the frame, more protruding camera lenses in a square array, and a slightly thinner screen bezel for the Pro models. More significantly, rumors suggest the mute switch, which has been present since the first iPhone, will be replaced by an action button. It's claimed to function as an all-purpose, programmable shortcut that can instantly open various apps and features. An iOS 17 beta build from July mentions several functions that can be assigned to it: silent mode, camera, flashlight, accessibility, focus, magnifier, translate, and voice memos. We'll have to wait to see exactly how it works in practice, if it is even real in the first place. The headline message is clear: expect more changes than those brought by last year's iPhone 14. Speedier and more power-efficient processors, higher-resolution periscopic lenses, USB-C, and a handful of surface design alterations. And it shouldn't be long until we have confirmation of them all. With those new features, though, could also come a less welcome iPhone 15 price hike. Hopefully, that's one rumor that will be proved wrong. Anyhow, guys, what do you think about these new changes? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe. Peace out.